Hey, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rachak with us. The bonds of the apostles, Elegir Millstone, hopefully they teach more 30. I'm Bala Chayaba. Hey man, I'm gonna get straight right into it. So, quick article cut off news break. It says, Unpotion, dad loses custody of kids, including compromise. I'm gonna just say compromise child. Compromise impaired immune system. I'm gonna just say that. So it says, let's read a little bit of this. It says, an unpotioned father in New Brunswick, Canada, lost custody of 3 children, one of which is a 10-year-old, 10-year-old with a, I guess, impaired immune system child, according to reports from the CBC. I don't want to say that word might be a buzzword, but it says the father presented research to the judge that he believed questioned the safety and efficacy of the PB potion, but the judge ruled against it. Yeah, man, why I'm bringing this out is that, we're going to go through many things, resisting these evils from Esau, like this potion, or even upcoming, which is Esau's main goal is that MOB, the RFID, us resisting these things that Esau's going to put out, that Esau's putting against us, mainly the nation of Israel. It's a lot. Mainly the nation of Israel is, Esau is directing these things towards too. So us resisting it, what's going to happen? Esau is going to put restrictions against us. He's going to do things like, some brothers have kids. He's going to try to take away your kids. He's going to try to take away your job. He's going to take away, certain benefits that you have within the system. Take away your house, whatever it be. So what does it say? It says the judge ruled against the father tried, presented research, but man, you can't you can't tell, you can't do that, against Esau. Try to prove him wrong that this thing, because he's the one who's pushing this evidence, and Esau deep down he knows, the dangers of this, Esau knows why he's pushing out this potion. But reading on, it says his own anecdotal research, which when they say anecdotal, this is what they mean. It says in the dictionary of an account not necessarily true or reliable because based on personal accounts rather than the facts or research. But really, if you do your research on this, man, you'll find out that if you do your research on this potion, you'll find out what it contains. All the things it contains, you can go look it up, heavy metals, fetal cells, all these, graphene, man, all these things, man, horseshoe crab blood. I'm not even going to say everything because, Esau is going to try to take this down, but this judge called this research anecdotal, which I don't know how the research looks like, but I'm sure the dude brought out, the facts. That's I'm presuming. But it says his own anecdotal research on a highly specialized topic carries little to no weight in the overall analysis when measured against a sound medical advice of our public health officials. So, yeah, man, and what does it say in Isaiah 5:20? Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light, a light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, sweet for bitter. Yeah, so, these guys are calling evil good. They're saying, oh, our health officials, which these public health officials are also corrupt. So if you're, let me just keep on reading on. It says, wrote Justice Nathalie Godbout of the Court of Queen's Bench. Yeah, so, and Esau, man, he runs the media. So, of course, when you run the media, you run the internet. You have the power to make something, to make evil good and good evil. So reading on, it says, the order allows the father to interact with the children over Zoom and reevaluate the sentencing if he does get potioned. But the mother can overrule his lack of parental consent to get her children potioned. According to the ruling, CBC reports. So yeah, man, let's go to Proverbs 17:15. It says, he that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even both they are abomination to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Yeah, that's what Esau does, man. He justifies the wicked. He justifies the wicked, man. He condemns the just. Us brothers, man, we believe to be those just. The men in the Lord, those are those just, those just men, that the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, has. Coming in these times, we're going to be condemned by Esau, saying that, he's going to call us wicked, and then he's going to justify the wicked of our people, calling them to be righteous. So let's keep on reading on. It says, for weeks, protesters opposed to potion mandates and other restrictions have held rallies in cities across Canada. Yeah, and it's kind of the point, but going to Matthew 10:37, it says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not, well, let me start. Man, slut. Let me start out verse 34. It says, Matthew 10:34, think not I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So, don't think that, just because, Yahushai's coming is nearing, that the times are going to be, in peace, we're going to be in a relaxed state. Nah, man, when Yahushai comes back, he's going to come back because the elect is going to have need of him, and of course the Lord Yahweh is going to send him, but when Yahushai comes back, man, all hell will already broke loose. There's going to be suffering upon the planet Earth, upon the wicked and, upon the righteous, the elected nation Israel. But the Lord will save the elect from, all those troubles. But it says, reading on, stay on point. Matthew 10:35, it says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household." Yeah, so we're even coming to these times when even your own family are going to be, your enemies, your aunts, uncles. It could even be your father, your mother, your brother, sister. We're coming to those times when these people can even be your enemies, because what? Those are going to be the same ones who deliver you up. Some of those, some of your family members, might even be the same ones who deliver you up to, Esau, saying that, you don't have this or that. Because, what's that one thing? I know the FBI did something on that, basically saying that if you report, I'm not sure what it was about again, but basically was saying if you report, it was basically giving permission onto, family to report another family member, and then they'll be rewarded. I can't remember exactly what it was, but hey, we know that's gonna come with this that this potion, and even the RFID, the MOB, Esau is going to present, hey, if you know someone who doesn't have that potion, let us know. We'll come and get them and we'll reward you. Hey, a lot of family members are going to, fall to that. Esau might come knocking on their door. But staying on point, it says, verse 37, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." So going back to the article, this dude lost his children over, not getting potioned. So we're coming to these times, man, where you're going to have to make sacrifices, man. You're going to have to let some things go in order to keep your integrity. With Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So let's go to, they start talking about a little bit unnecessary stuff in the article, I guess, but that would be unnecessary to bring out in the lesson. But it says what? Give me a second, brothers. Okay, it says the father's attorney, Jeffrey M. Leaving, said he supported the judge's decision. Of course, this attorney is going to support the judge's decision, because if he doesn't, then what? He might even just lose his job. So of course this attorney is going to get down with, the judge. He might know the truth behind the scenes, but of course he's going to be down, with the judge. But it says what? There are children who have died because of Crown Royale, Leaving told the Washington Post. I think every child should be safe, and I agreed that the mother should be potioned. Yeah, man. And of course, this dude's going to say that so he doesn't lose his job. But staying on point, we're coming to these times where, we're going to have to lose certain things. Like I said, you might have to lose your job, whatever it be. And then if you don't have your job, you won't be able to pay no bills. You won't be able to have your house. You might lose your car. Esau might take your car or something. But hey, man, we gotta have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yashai, because Yahweh Bashim Yashai said that his servants will be fed, and servants will be taken care of. That's a test. The Lord, he's putting these things in front of everybody. Mainly the nation of Israel, because we know the heathen, the other nations, they can't make it. So whatever they do don't matter. But the Lord's presenting, testing his people, the nation of Israel, to see if, they're going to fold. So using things like this. If your brothers have children, man, you might, the Lord, he could be merciful where, your children could, endure with you to the end, But at the same time, the Lord, he might test you, and you might have to just leave, your children might be taken away, from resisting this potion, and coming up, the MOB. So it says what? Verse 38, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Yeah, so if you don't bear your cross and follow after Yahweh Shai, you're not worthy to serve him. You're not worthy of him. And it says, verse 39, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Yeah, so, if you try to, find your life in this world, you try to keep your life, and what I mean by that is like you try to keep your, comfortable situation you have, because Esau is going to put these certain things out here in order to test you, so he can, in order to tempt you, the word I want to use, to get this potion or that MOB once that's released, which is very soon. So, but if you get those things, you might keep the things of God in Babylon, but really you're going to lose your life at the end. Because we know what's going to be the judgment for those who get the MOB. And for those who get the potion, you already know what's happening. To the people who get those are getting horrible, pestilences or, elements within their body. I didn't want to go into all that. You can go look that up for yourself if you haven't heard about that yet. So, where do I want to go to? Yeah, I want to bring out this point too. It says, Matthew 16:24, then said Yahweh Shai to his disciples, if any man will come on after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Yeah, so, if you try to, like, let's take this dude for an example. I'm not saying this dude's in the truth or nothing, but let's say that, he tried to, save his children from getting taken away, save his custody over his children. Hey, well, there's that one thing that's stopping you, and that's that potion. So you would have to take it. So if you take it, you might think that you're saving your life because you're saving your children, but you're gonna lose it because we know what's gonna happen, if you get that thing, man. But for us brothers in this truth, what does it say? Let me read it again. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Yeah, so going back to that point, we're gonna have to lose certain things, man. Being in this truth, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, the Lord is gonna test you. See if you're willing to lose, the certain things you have, for His sake. That's why it's important to pray, that we keep that spirit of integrity and we endure on to the end. And it says, verse 26, for what is a man profited if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Yeah, and if you're literally willing, to give up your life for these possessions you have in Babylon, because hey man, if you really are giving up your soul, man. If you're willing to, put down your life, because that's what it is, man. This potion, man, is designed to take you out, to get you in league with this system, That's what this potion is designed to do. So really, you're literally giving up you're exchanging your soul for, your life here in Babylon. So let's go to Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, speaking about, the elected nation Israel, which as well as we hope to be a part of. We're going to go through certain things and be persecuted for righteousness' sake. And it says, verse 11, blessed are ye when the men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake, or for my sake. Yeah, and that time that's coming, man, when Esau is going to, capture us, deliver us up, put us on the news saying that all this manner of evil against us. The Lord said, blessed are ye. The Lord, and Esau is going to do that to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai's servants, the men of the Lord, the prophets, which we believe to be a part of. And it says, verse 12, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Yeah, so just how the prophets were persecuted, before, the Lord is going to have it happen again, in these certain times, these present times. Yeah, and what did the Lord say? Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. Yeah, so though we might lose certain things, man, hey, rejoice, man, because we're going to get everything back. We're willing to be part of that number. We're going to get everything back 100-fold. We're going to get everything back, man. And we're going to get it back in righteousness, 100% righteousness, man, in the kingdom. Yeah, so going back to the article, we know what Esau, man, why he's doing this. Or what I want to say is that he's going to do the same thing, man, he's doing with this potion, man. He's going to do it with that MOB. If you know what the MOB is, you can already look it up by now. Just look it up on Google. You'll see for yourself. The RFID, you know what. So let me bring out this. I always got to bring this out, man, It says, Revelation 13:16, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, and what? That mark. We know what that mark is, man. It's that charagma, that physical implant. And what? How is he going to try to cause all to get this, man? By tempting you with things just like this. You're going to lose your job, your children, your house, your car. You won't be able to go to the store, go out, go to restaurants, go to gyms, wherever it be. which is the hour of temptation. And it says what? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah, so going back to that point, Esau is going to tempt, which really, Yahweh Shem Yashai, it's just this, the Lord's hour of temptation, man. You know, because he's testing his people to see if they'll bow down to Esau or bow, keep their integrity and remain with him, the Lord. So, yeah, man, going back to the point, we're going to go through certain things just like this. But we got to lose certain possessions, man, we have in Babylon. But what? That's just the fight, man. That's just a test, the Lord is putting us through. We hope we endure unto the end. We have faith that we will. The Lord said that he will keep his servants fed and keep his servants taken care of. Again, beginning to end it off right here, it says, Matthew 5:12, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they, the prophets which were before you. So yeah, I'm just ending off right there. Lord willing, brothers out there edified. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Barakathum, Shalom.